Hey, I'm Brian Miller, magician and motivational speaker. If you're a regular subscriber, thanks so much for sticking with me, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's Friday, and that means it's time for a Q&A. And this Q&A comes from a specific question that was sent to me by one of my students. Apprentices? He's a college-aged kid that's just getting a start in magic. And just the other day, he sent me this question. When you were first starting your career, did you ever have moments when you doubted your own abilities? That question really hit me. It really hit me because it underscored something that we all know, but we don't often think about and we don't really consider unless we're immediately confronted with it. And that is this. We all cultivate a very careful online persona. We have this digital version of ourselves that we all put up over the course of our different social media accounts that we specifically design to give off the best impression, which of course makes sense. And if you look across my social media accounts, you'll see the image of a successful entertainer who's constantly in different states or different countries. And you'll see photos on Instagram of nice airplanes and first class and beautiful hotels and gorgeous theaters. You'll see videos on YouTube where audiences are flocking to me after shows to ask me to sign my autograph or take photos with them, or they come up and give me hugs or ask me questions. And of course it makes sense that we all do that, and that's what entertainers have always done. And back before social media, entertainers or on TV or in the media, you would just see that version of their lives. We all had a general sense of what that meant, but the difference is that social media is blurring the line between that kind of professional persona that someone like me would want to cultivate and a personal persona. Because it's not just fans of mine that follow me on social media. I'm also connected with friends and family and colleagues and acquaintances, people in the field that I've met at networking events, and these are people who know me in real life. They know me personally, they know me behind the scenes, and without that kind of professional magician persona that I want to put out there to my fans. And so the reason that question really hit me when he asked, did you ever have moments of self-doubt, moments where you doubted your own abilities when you were first getting started, is that I realized this kid, he knows me in real life. He's seen my personal life. He's been to my house. He's come with me on the road. He's seen what really goes on behind the success that I have accumulated. And the fact that in spite of knowing me in real life, he thought to even ask me that he was wondering if I ever had moments of self-doubt or moments where I doubted my own abilities when I was first getting started, it means that we can be so good at cultivating that digital persona, that perfect version of ourselves in our lives. We can become so good at that we can even deceive people who know us in real life. Having said all that, the answer, of course, is yes, I of course had moments where I doubted my own abilities when I was first getting started. And you know, the big secret? I still have those moments. The difference is that they're not as drastic when I have them now, and the fluctuation between the highs and the lows is not as extreme. When I was first getting started, I didn't have any experience. I didn't actually know if I was any good. I thought I was. Of course I thought I was because I was trying to make it, but I didn't really know if I was any good. And so when that happens, when you're first getting started and you don't know any better and you think you're good, but you really have no proof of that or no way to back it up, you tend to fluctuate between a tremendous ego where you think you are incredible, amazing, and the gift to whatever your field is, magic, comedy, ventriloquism, mind reading, whatever you're doing. You fluctuate between that huge ego and the opposite, a crushing sense of self-doubt where you don't believe you're any good at all and you wonder if it's even worth pursuing. The difference between then and now is that when I have moments of self-doubt now, I have 13 years of a career worth of experience to basically prove to myself that it's just a passing moment, and in fact, I am worth it. Because now I can look back on thousands of audiences, hundreds of raving clients with testimonials, and audiences who've said how great it was and how much fun it was, and all the different places I've been flown around the world on these companies, these corporations' dime, and I can look at all that and say to myself, you know what? You would not still be operating at this level and continuing to operate at higher levels every year if you weren't worth it. So I'm able to convince myself now by looking back on my wealth of experience and the various successes that I've had, and say, you know what, it's just a moment, it'll pass, you got this, you can keep going. But when you're first getting started, you don't know that yet. You really haven't been successful. You've done a couple of tricks for your friends, maybe you did a backyard party or two. You really have no idea if you're any good or not. And that is why so many young performers, myself included, when you're just getting started, when you're a young performer, I developed, as many do, a huge ego. It's a defense against the fact that you really don't believe in yourself yet. You don't know if you're any good, and you don't have anybody telling you yet that you are good. You don't have clients saying, that was amazing. You don't have audiences going, yes, absolutely yes. So when you have those crushing moments of self-doubt, you have to pick yourself up if you're going to move forward, if you're going to pursue, this career, this life, this art, whatever you're doing. You have to tell yourself that you're amazing. You have to tell yourself that you're good enough. And that's where that young performer ego is developed. Hopefully, as you do develop success and you gain self-confidence through experience, through working on your craft, that ego starts to slip away as you realize you don't need it anymore, and it gets replaced with genuine confidence, and everything gets easier. So I hope this was worth listening to. If you're a young performer or an artist or looking to try to make it in a creative field, I hope that you heard something in here that speaks to you. If you did, please hit that like button. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. We've got lots of great things on this channel. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging with me, and always remember that our world is a shared experience. Have a great day.